What's up YouTube? My name's Brian McGrew, and today we're going to get better at reading greens. More specifically, we're going to build a better strategy for reading greens. So let's go. One of the first things I always say when I start a green reading lesson is that reading greens is easy. And most people kind of scoff at that in the beginning, and for good reason. When you don't have good information and you don't have a good system to read greens with, reading greens is very hard and it becomes mystifying. That leads to a lack of confidence, and that starts to kind of bleed into your stroke. So it becomes this very compounded issue that all starts with just not having a great system to work off of. In my opinion, once you have that good system, you have good information, it's really going to help you start to see and understand what's going on, and therefore will give you more confidence and make you a better putter. Today we're going to talk about the very first step in that system, okay? And most people start with, they'll get up to this putt and they will ask one question. Where does this break and how much? And they will get consumed with that question to the point to where speed becomes an afterthought, and at worst, at times, where speed is not a thought at all, okay? Speed is the best place to start when you're reading a green, and there's a few reasons for that. The most, common sense answer to that is, if I hit it 6 feet short or if I hit it 6 feet by, the putt's not gonna go in the hole, okay? On the one that's 6 feet short, it never got there. On the one that's 6 feet by, even if I hit the dead center of the cup, I hit it with such great force that the ball's not gonna go in the hole, okay? So even if I somehow manage to get my line right in the center of the cup, if the speed is severely off, the ball's still not going in the hole. The next fairly obvious answer is, if I hit it 6 feet short or 6 feet by, or if I, just get it, more by than I expected or shorter than I expected, I give myself a much harder second putt, okay? And so my scores start to go up because instead of having a tap in, now I have a 4 or 5 footer. So that in itself is a great reason to have good speed. But one of the lesser known reasons and one of the more important reasons is that my speed is going to directly determine how much this putt is going to break or not break. And here's the reasoning behind that. If I take this putt and I say it's an uphill putt, okay, that requires me to hit the ball harder. When I hit the ball harder, that means that the ball is going to spend less time on the slope, and therefore it will have less time to break. Conversely, if I decide that this is a downhill putt, or I have a downhill putt, at that point, I realize that the ball is going to go a little bit faster, or is going to have a harder time stopping. Therefore, I'm going to hit it easier, and it's going to spend more time on the slope as a result. Or, let's say I go to 2 different golf courses. Let's say one has the greens of Augusta National and one has, just really slow greens that you might find at a local muni. At Augusta National, every single putt is going to break more than it would at another course on the same slope with different speeds, okay? So another way to say that is if I have the exact same slope at one golf course and the exact same slope at another golf course, they can break different amounts simply because of the speed of the greens. One of the most obvious ways to kind of test this theory is if I put a ball, let's say, a couple inches from the cup, maybe even on a severe slope, and then I put one 7 or 8 feet away, which one is going to break more? Well, obviously the one that is the closest to the hole, that's only a couple inches away, doesn't have time to break very much. So therefore that putt is going to break the least as compared to a putt that's 7 or 8 feet away that has a lot more time to break. So those are, the reasons why you need to start with speed. Not only is it going to make you better in that you will have a lot better second putts, but you're also going to start to make a lot more because, you're going to understand exactly, why it's going to break the amount that it's going to make, or break, sorry. So not only are we giving ourselves, better chances at second putts, now we understand, we know why we're making the decisions that we're making. And that is going to lead you to be a much better putter. So from now on, when you go out there and you start your green reading process, don't start with the line, start with the speed. You know, am I gonna hit it harder? Am I gonna hit it easier? And then as a result of that, is it gonna break more or less? Once you start to take that into account, you're gonna understand a lot better. You're going to be much more consistent with your reads. So take that to the golf course and start making more putts. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like rating. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you want to see more, please go ahead and subscribe. That way you can see when new content comes out on my channel. But again, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.